Good afternoon, Nigerians. Good afternoon, our friends across the globe. You're welcome to your program, our program, Straight Talk. I'm David Lucas, and today we're going to be having something a little bit different from what we've been having in the past. But notwithstanding, you are going to enjoy the show for today. I just want to believe that our friends across the globe, you've been in touch with us, Touch Radio Nigeria, and you've been enjoying all our programs. Let's kick off right away, and we are going to be back after this short break. Yeah, welcome back. We are going to be looking at a few things, stories that are trending in Nigeria. I want my producer to play a few clips, for your listening pleasure before we kick out.
Lagos and Abuja. We will be continuing with this procurement in other airports as well. So the total contract sum for this procurement is 658,762,753 naira and 26 kobo, which includes 7.5% VAT.
You're welcome back. That was a clip, from Abuja. The federal government of Nigeria, they are trying to purchase sniffer dogs, for about, I think, 658 million naira. They're trying to purchase sniffer dogs for two airports, Abuja Airport and Lagos Airport. Now you can see how our money, is being wasted, in this country. And if such amount of money, could be put in, in projects, for the youth, you can imagine how many youths would be beneficiaries, of such an amount. But they said they want to put the money, into buying dogs, for two airports. Nigeria. Which way Nigeria? I'll be back after this time out. Welcome back. I told you that our program is taking a new turn, and today we are going to be meeting with a friend of the house, a colleague of mine. Her name is DICKSON. She's going to be giving you news as they are breaking. Now, let me, Cherish, how are you doing?
I'm very well, thank you, sir.
Oh,
nice
great
to be here with you today.
Oh, great. Are you prepared for the news this afternoon?
Always.
Okay, go ahead.
Good afternoon, everyone. You're welcome to today's news. Here comes the headlines of the news. Federal government raises 669 billion naira from capital markets through sukuk bonds. Buhari to Rigig security head says, "I am not leaving the office a failure." The news in detail. The Minister of Finance, Budget and National Planning, Dr. Zainab Ahmed, has said that the federal government raised the sum of 669 billion naira from the Nigerian capital market through issuance of sukuk bonds. Ahmed disclosed this at the Chartered Institute of Stockbrokers 2021 National Workshop with the theme Leveraging the Financial Markets to Achieve Double-Digit Economic Growth for Nigerians in Abuja. She said the federal government, through the Debt Management Office, raised 669 billion naira from the capital markets between 2018 and 2020. President Muhammadu Buhari ended his meeting with security chiefs in Abuja with a warning that he wouldn't leave the office a failure. Consequently, the president threatened to rejig the security architecture if it becomes necessary in order to achieve the desired result and have a secured environment. The president gave the warning on a day his Information and Culture Minister Alhaji Lai Mohammed said in Washington that Nigeria cannot be called a failed state because insecurity was only prevalent in one corner of the country. And that's the brief news outline for today. I am CHERISH DICKSON. Thanks for listening.
Yeah, thank you so much, Cherish. We're going to be looking at a few stories that are broken, in the course of the week, and these are stories that are germane, to our nation, and we need to, look at them critically before we decide, what. Where we are heading, to. One of the stories we want to look at is the story of Orji Uzor Kalu. Just this week, EFCC, apprehended Orji Uzor Kalu and his son at the airport, and they were grilled, for hours, over about, I think, 48 billion naira. Security votes that Uzor Kalu, collected in the 8 years that he was the governor of Abia State. And you can see what is really happening. According to breakdown, he collected 500 million naira every month as security votes. And it's not only Uzor Kalu, a lot of governors, all the governors in Nigeria too, they've been collecting these security votes, and God knows what they use that, the money for. And a lot of things are happening, even in Lagos State, they have their own security votes too, but there's another package, which the Lagos State, is using, to take care of security, in the state. Now let's listen to Jimmy Disu, his own side of the story, his response, to Uzor Kalu, when the EFCC drill him, and the son. Let's listen to him.
In other countries that practice democracy the way we do. But I still haven't, I had Mr. Fola Atowori as my guest some years back. He tried to explain to me what it was, all this security vote was all about. But I still don't understand. What I have here is going to shock you. Now, the governor, the former governor and his son are being quizzed over 48 billion. That's right. Security vote. Yeah. Now remember that the state doesn't buy arms. They don't buy tanks. They don't buy Tucano jets. They don't buy frigates. They don't buy submarines. So security vote really means money spent, in an underhanded manner. Really. Now listen to this. It says the ex-governor is alleged to have collected. Are you with me? To have collected. Where are you? Mine So hold on till you.
Yeah, welcome back. That was Jimmy Disu, analyzing, the issue about the security votes, and we just pray and hope that this country, because we keep borrowing, from China and other countries, and this money they say they're putting them into projects which we are yet to see. Our leaders in this country, I'm afraid where they are pushing us to. People are suffering in the country, no food, those that are working, no salaries. Look at now today the doctors, they are still on strike. Our president jetted out, he came back, still met them in the strike. I just pray that one day we get it right in this country. I'll be back after this time out.
Touch Radio, your best companion in infotainment.
Yeah, welcome back. Let's quickly look at this story that just broke. The Shuab Arabs of Edo State, they want to have their own sultan in Edo State, and these have brought a lot of debate, which made the state government to issue their own statement that nothing of sort, will come up. And when you look at the way these Arabs, the way just recently we saw what happened in Afghanistan when the Taliban, took over the country, and America, Britain, and the rest, had to evacuate some of their people out of Afghanistan, and the war has been on for several years, until when America had pulled out. So these people came back and they took over the country. Now you can see what these Arabs are doing, and the same thing, if care is not taken. Like I just had a report this morning that the Boko Haram, that they pledged that what happened in Afghanistan, they are going to play it back, in Nigeria. And in Edo State here, these settlers that have been there for years, the Shua Arabs, they want to, have their own sultan, in the state. This is another ploy of, trying to, plant themselves, into that state and bring trouble after, years of their sultanate, which they wanted, they are planning to install. Now, we need to be very careful. That is it. We need to be very careful. Cherish, how do you see this news? Talking about the Shuat Arab, of Edo State, trying to, they want their own sultan, as the head of their own, tribe, in Edo State. What's your take on that?
In fact, I think the story is very straightforward. You can't have two captains in a boat.
Yeah.
If they want to maintain their states, it's a no for me. Because once they give them that opportunity, it's like telling them that yes, you have 100% right to do whatever it is you want to do. And before you know what is happening, you discover that these people are taking over that place. So I think, to me, is a no. Is a silent ploy to take over the state. So they need to be very, very careful if they don't want that to happen.
Yeah, thank you very much. And even the traditional leader of Edo State, as the Oba of Benin, he too, has frowned, to that, saying that nothing of such, will happen in his state. Well, let's wait. Let's cross our fingers and see the outcome of what the state, the statement the state, turned out, and see the response, from the Sultan, in Sokoto. We are still awaiting his own response, to that. Let's take a break. We'll be back.
Touch Radio, your best companion in infotainment.
Oh yeah, yes I want to know which way Nigeria is heading to. Which way Nigeria, which way Nigeria, which way to go, which way to go. I love my fatherland. Oh yeah, I want to know, I want to know. Many years after independence, we still find it hard to start. How long shall we be patient before we reach the promised land? Let's save Nigeria, so Nigeria won't die. Which way Nigeria? Which way? Which way Nigeria? Tell me. Which way? I love my father.
Yeah, welcome back. Let's quickly look at the story of the one that just broke about I think a few days ago. The story of the Fawe Himis. We learned that the son of the legal luminary and a man who championed a lot of political, social, cases, for his nation, Nigeria, the son, Muhammad Fahimi, passed on, and there was this debate, that he died of COVID, he did not die of COVID, and stuff like that. But thank God, the family, just yesterday, held a press conference, and it was revealed at that conference that Muhammad Fawemi died of complications from COVID-19, and he will be buried, I think this weekend, next week. And he was before he died, he was the chairman Nigerian Weekly Law Report, which the father published for so many years. Muhammad died at the age of 50. And we pray that God Almighty will grant him eternal rest. Cherish. Now, what's your take on this, on the death of Muhammad Fawehime, the son of Gani Fawehime?
In fact, his death was sudden, I must say. It wasn't expected, though no death is expected anyway. But for the family to have come out and opened up to the country on what killed him, it's, I don't know, I'm really proud of them.
Yes.
A family that is well known in the country for them to come out and reveal that COVID-19 has actually taken someone from their family, I think they did well.
Yeah, I think they are following the full trend of their dad. You know, the dad when he was alive, he was a man that was upright. Integrity. He had this. This is a voice. To be reckoned with. And he's a man that he fought a lot of battles. With the federal government. And so he always championed a lot of causes for the poor, for those that are downtrodden. And I think the family, they are following after that after that great work that dad did. I'm so proud of
and I also think that this will be a reality check to those Nigerians that still doubt the existence of COVID-19.
Yes, you are right.
Most of them today don't even believe that the disease still exists.
Yeah, you're right.
They never even believe that it entered Nigeria. So this is a reality check. So I would also like to use this medium to encourage us to abide by the COVID-19 rules, precautions, social distancing, washing of your hands, use your nose masks when necessary when you're going to a crowded place, so that by God's grace we try to be as safe as we can.
Yes, and those who have not taken their their own COVID, what's it called?
Vaccine.
Yes, so they need to do that immediately, because now we've heard that even just this week a great number of the vaccines came into the country. So if you are out there listening to us, watching us, you need to go out there and get vaccinated. And as you do so, I believe that you are a mile away from being a victim of COVID-19. We'll be right back. Welcome back. Now, before we go this week, there's a story that I just want us to look at briefly, and that's the story that popped up from the news that you read, talking about Buhari saying that he doesn't want to be a failure by the time he leaves office. There are a lot of reactions here and there. People on the street of Lagos and that we talk to, many said something that we cannot express on this program. But Cherish, what is your own take on that? The president saying that he doesn't want to be referred to as a failure by the time he eventually leaves office in 2023.
I think if a child is born and that child does not want to grow up to be a failure, the child starts from when he is young, not when he is in the university or when he is 60 years old. If you don't want to be a failure in life, you start at an early stage. So I think if a president does not want to be a failure, he would have started a very long time ago. In fact, he had so many opportunities to not be a failure. But
so you are telling me now that he so far he has failed.
In fact, sir, I will say yes. From my own point of view, I will say yes. He has failed me as a citizen.
Okay.
I don't know about others. I can't speak for others.
Okay.
But then he might still have the opportunity to, at least there are those that enter primary school at the age of 20 and still come out well.
Okay.
So he might still make us proud, make Nigerians proud, if he should sit up in the remaining few years that he's still having to be our president.
All right. Thank you very much.
Hard work.
Okay.
Extra hard work is what's in it.
All right. Thank you very much. Now, before we go, just listen to one of our listeners out there. We spoke to him. Let's hear the view.
I don't know where this thing has suddenly surfaced from, where a group of people, living in other parts of the country, now suddenly want to have their own king. Everybody wants to be a king.
Just that becomes important. Baba has been a failure. Now, till down, and he has few years to go. So if you say he doesn't want to leave the office being a failure, I really don't understand what he means by being a failure, because he has been a failure from day one. He should do, I don't know the miracle he's going to do anyway, but I know very well that the 2 years will still come and go without him being a successful president. I conclude. Okay, Muti, thank you.
Yeah, welcome back. That man was talking of miracles.
He said for him not to be a failure in just few years, he has to perform miracles.
Yeah, well,
I don't know the kind of miracle he wants to perform.
Well, don't let us write him off. Let's still be hopeful that we know that miracles do happen.
Yeah,
so by 2021, 2022, they might still come up with miracles. So our president, we are still expecting those miracles that you want to, you want to, show Nigerians that you are really a president that we can be proud of. We're going to be running up, at this junction, and I just want to say a big thank you to my co-presenter, Cherish Dickson. Thank you so much for joining me on this program.
Thank you so much.
And
a pleasure.
You're welcome. And a big thank you to our producer Oluwami Sheun. Thank you so much for being there for us. And I want to say a big thank you to our listeners, our viewers across the globe. I pray that by next week when we do it again, it will be better than this. And I say, do stay out of trouble until next week when we meet. Bye for now.
Bye.
Inefficiency and indiscipline is ruining the country now. Corruption here, there, and everywhere. Inflation is soaring high. Let's say
Touch Communications, your first companion in infotainment.
Let's give it a chance to grow. Let's join our hands to farm the land so we can have enough food to show. Let's save Nigeria so Nigeria won't die. Which way Nigeria? Which way Nigeria?
Touch Radio, your first companion in infotainment.
Oh sure.